Hey YouTube, FireWizard23 here. I just wanted to do a vlog upload because I hadn't done one in a while. I figured I'd use today's episode just to look at some comments and stuff that people have been leaving on my videos. Oh, we got PokeProf here on my anticipation video. The cake is a lie, particularly when it's cheese. Yeah, with the anticipation videos I'm doing, some of the drawings do look very, very similar, and there is a cheese that looks very similar to the cake drawing. We got The Love Doctor on my King's Quest video. Your impression of Cedric is dead on. Laugh out loud. Oh, watch out for the bear, Grim! I actually wish I had the. I wish I was using the audio version, but I don't. I no longer have the Quest for Glory 5 game disc, so I actually downloaded that game so I could play it, and it's the non-audio version. Oh, Goth Tatsumaki. He's been trying to find a theme for me. Maybe somebody can help me. I mentioned that I've been trying to find the the television show The Legend of the Hidden Temple. The very final, it's a kids game show. The final segment of that game, of that show, is what's often referred to as the Temple Run, and it's a 3-minute course that the remaining team with 2 players have to go through in 3 minutes. And there's a theme that plays in the background of that's called the Temple Run theme, and I can't find it in its rawest form. He found me a remix version, but he hasn't been able to find the exact the raw version of the real form of the actual run. If anybody can find that, please let me know because I'd really like it. We're not going to read this next comment. Yeah. I think I blocked that person. I didn't like that comment. What's next? I made a comment on Nintendo Capri Sun's video. Rose of Mobius said that we should have the got item jingle here from Super Mario Party. Oh, and the Wolfos from the Wolfos in Ocarina of Time. This is AO968. Best way to kill the Wolfos is by jumping on them, waiting for them to attack you. Then, after 2 claw swipes, lunge at them with a jump slash. And the ice arrows are quite useless in the game. At least, I never really found a purpose for them. Yeah, they really have absolutely no purpose in the game at all. But it's just a fun little item you can have. Lazy Kitten 91. I can't wait to see, on anticipation. She says, I can't wait to see you do the harder levels. Ooh, very hard. That's going to be fun to watch. Can't wait to see you do it. And you sing to the music is awesome. Thanks. I thought it was kind of lame, but I guess a lot of people do that, so. I am working on the very hard levels. I've got it half recorded. I need to do the other half. That'll probably be up Sunday. And so many people on the money-making game cheat. Like, I understand that, like, on a normal NES console, you couldn't do that. And that's the purpose of a save state. It's like, you couldn't do this trick. To be able to abuse the money-making game, you couldn't do it on an NES. You couldn't. You'd have to use an emulator. Dark Nuts. I hate it when I'm getting, like, a comment to a comment on a video, because then I don't remember what the original question was, because it says, RL Mike 1234 was responding to Toasterbox747 saying, because they are Dark Nuts, and I don't know what the original question was. I know I could just click there and find it, but I want to save time in this video. Let's see. Leon 102. This is Mega Man 2. Mega Man equals awesome. This was the first Mega Man game I beat when I bought the Mega Man collection for PS2. I got addicted to it and have liked Mega Man ever since. It's only too bad that I never played them back on the NES. Too bad, but, you know, to be fair, these are actually pretty faithful. They're equally faithful games, so there's really nothing different about them. Again, Leon 102. I noticed that in Airman stage, one of the parts in his stage song sounds similar to a part in one of the stage songs in the DuckTales game. Since both games were made by Capcom, this makes complete sense. Okay. To my Quivers and Pose video, XAM9856. You know what would be a good voice for the merchant people? The merchant's voice from Resi 4, and there's a Gerudo's Palace. And is there a Gerudo's Palace in Twilight Princess? I don't think there is. I don't think there's any Gerudo. I don't think the Gerudo are even mentioned in Twilight Princess. Check on Nintendo Capri Sun's playthrough of that. A lot of people have been loving my Herbert voice for for the Poe dealer in Legend of Zelda. That's a big Poe you got right there. I'll give you 50 rupees for it. And I'll put 100 points on your card, too. If you get 1,000 points, we'll go down cellar and I'll give you something special. Okay. Okay, Mighty Morphin Season 2, Zed's Putties, a response to my comment by Marcus Bowen. Yeah, Lord Zed always kept on sending his putties onto the Power Rangers when by now most people would have realized that they know the weak spot. Still, it was always there to add comment to the show. Smile. Yeah, why does Lord Zed have Z's emblazoned on his putties? All you have to do is hit them and they die. That doesn't make any sense. Like, that's like the biggest... It's one thing to have an Achilles heel. It's another thing to just make it so obvious. Seriously. Pikmin Day 11, Part 1, British Invasion, by Goth Tatsumaki. I always wonder how all those ship parts are bigger than Olmar himself and that they magically fit inside that ship. Some of them, the proportion doesn't really seem to make sense, but some of them would be like, yeah, well, it kind of fits. Yeah. Part 2 of British Invasion, same person. That creature boss you were talking about was Mamuta. Ah, that creature who smashes your Pikmin into the ground and makes them plants again. As stated in the Creature Wiki, this creature seems fond of flowers, but only for its decorative purposes. King's Quest V, Part 1 Introduction, World Challenge. You seem like you might be better than Paul Dugan. Maybe I do play the game better than him, but he plays much better music than I do. So I like Paul Dugan. He's awesome. King's Quest V, Part 2, The Town of Serenia. World Challenge. Graham, watch out! A poisonous snake! My eccentric impression. More the Big Pose, Part 122 of Ocarina of Time. Char Cult 64. Were you trying to act like that guy from Family Guy, Luz? Yes, yeah, it's Herbert. That's a big muscly arrow arm you got there. Why don't you come over here and show me how strong your arms are? Why don't you come on down to my basement? We can go have a popsicle. Got a whole freezer full of them. Sorry, Mr. Herbert. I gotta go and save Zelda. See ya! Get your Hylian ass back here. Okay. So, that does it for the comments. Yeah, I've just been really, really busy lately. I'm at overtime at work. We just barely started opening the brand new store, and I only have... We're at below skeletal capacity right now. I had 43 hours next week, and I had... this is my schedule for this week. 1 to 10, 4 to 10, 4 to 10, 4 to 10, 8 to 4, 4:30 to 12. Actually, let me do a little... I'm pretty sure it was 42 or something very close to that. Let me check. So we got 9 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 8 plus 7.5. 42 and a half. So it's a lot. I had 43 last week. The checks are worth it. I mean, I'm getting paid good, but it's draining. But I'm full-time, and I'm all excited about that because it means I'll have money. Which was just part of my problem with Burger King is that I just didn't have it. I wasn't making enough money. I mean, like, here's what I need to survive, and here's what I was making. I mean, it just wasn't working. Upcoming stuff. Actually, both my LPs are going to be coming to a close pretty quick here. Zelda, there's only a little bit left. I'm going to do the masked side quest thing with the Deku Scrubs. But after that, I mean, it's off to Ganon's Tower, and we're just about finished with that. I'm going to see if I can get Murray to join me for the last part, but he is really, really busy with his college stuff right now, so I don't want to pull him away if he really has to do that. And I don't like how I don't have time here. I don't like that. So I'm hoping that works. I can get that to work out. Leanna's Log is probably going to join me for the remainder of Pikmin if we can get times worked out for that. And because she's in England, I'm in the United States. So we'll see what we can do. And yeah. Oh, we got more comments here. I deleted a row of comments. Maybe, well, no, why don't I just go ahead and just keep reading more? Let's see here. Spirit Temple Part 4, Andrews. But since there's another one, I'd say our convoy is about 80% roughly. No. Oh, I used to know what that was in reference to. I don't remember now. Okay. Leon 102 with my WarioWare. I have all these WarioWare games except for the Mega Party Mix one. My very first video, Magic of Shahrazad, Chapter 1, Part 1 by Leon 102. Culture Brain. I like them for their Ninja Bros series. You know, I was playing the Doraemon RPG and keep saying no to Doraemon about helping him, and finally I got a screen with him running away sobbing in game over. I actually had to restart laugh out loud. Okay. Part 144 of Ocarina of Time, Balavla 15. Did you No, that's should be K-N-O-W, not K-W-O-N. Did you know that the girl of Lone Lawn Ranch dreams of a man in silver glove and shield? One of the stones told me in the game. Sorry if my bad English, but I'm Dutch. Oh, okay. Okay, no problem, Balava. That's fine. But thank you. I didn't know that. I will not be going to any of the stones in the game because it's really pointless. I mean, it gives you side information on the game, but it's not really, you don't attain anything as a result of doing that. Let's see. Legend of Zelda Part 12, finishing level 7. Huntman Omega. I feel sorry for people playing this game back in 1987. Without internet, how are we supposed to know that you got to buy a really expensive item that doesn't seem to do anything? Oh, wait, you can. You gotta subscribe to Nintendo Power. Only with Nintendo Power. Your parents didn't need... Only with Nintendo Power, your parents didn't need it for work, so you gotta pay for it. My mom paid for Nintendo Power for a while, and then I started paying for the subscription. When I was like 17, I stopped my subscription to Nintendo Power. I didn't really need it anymore. Huntman Omega, heading to level 7. Heading to level 8, The Legend of Zelda. That's it, I surrender, game. You can't hit the dark nuts because you're trying to dodge the lasers, but you can't dodge the lasers because you're trying to avoid the fuzzies, but you can't avoid the fuzzies because you're trying to hit the dark nuts. But you can't hit the dark nuts because the game is driving you crazy. You know, I know you can block the lasers with your magical shield, but you can't spend time shielding them or else you'll get hit anyway. Some of the rooms are maddening. That's how it works. Balava 15, Ocarina of Time Part 115. You can get a sword that does not break if you do the chicken mission when you are an adult. Yep, which I've already done. Commenting to Maurice X on Part 116, the Big Goron Sword Quest, is Sigma 5656. After being the Forest Temple, I'd go to the Ice Cavern and after the Big Goron Sword Quest. Okay, a little bit of sequence breaking you can do. Draggy Duck on Day 8, Part 2, checking out the navel of Pikmin. I guess this is probably my bad explaining, but I love your playthrough way more than any others. I just meant that finding Part 2 after I watched Part 1 is hard due to all the suggestions. Yeah, oh, that reminds me. What I've been doing now in my Pikmin videos, there should be a link in the first part of the day of the video that links to the second part of that day on YouTube. That way you can find it really quickly, so I hope people are finding that. LP Man Kid Thing on Pikmin Day 8, Part 1. For some reason, this video went by way too fast. Darn, I need if I was a 23. Thanks. Anticipation medium level, Androvus 2. I don't know why, but when you said die, I laughed. The CJ podcast, me and Murray, our podcast, I hope everybody really liked that. We thought it pretty well. But went well. I thought the movie was pretty good, so the books more often worth than, is it the same characters as in the movie? I forget what movie we're talking about. What movie were we talking about? Maybe you might be talking about Battle Royale. I don't remember. Charcult 64, same video, same sets of videos. I'm always amazed at how much books cost for college. Amazon has helped me greatly, but for the last semester I've had to buy books from their bookstore because I couldn't find any used on Amazon. Anyone in college, look for used books online. Try not to buy from the store if you can help it. The Death Note Junkie, Zelda 2, Part 12. I love your videos. Thanks. Disney movie, XAM9856 on podcast. Disney movies are okay, but some Disney films just plain suck badly, and Murray doesn't like pirates anymore since he saw Pirates of the Caribbean. Nice. Nice podcast, guys. Looking forward to next week. And we'll get them up if we can, if we have the time. We're both really just training for time. Ken Man the Ultimate. Wasn't Scuttle comic relief in The Little Mermaid? Nothing he said could be taken seriously. I would argue, Ken Man the Ultimate on the podcast, I would say that Scuttle... He's funny, but he's not really a major aspect of the story, so it's okay. I don't like it when there's, like, a comic character in the mainstream of the story. For example, I have a problem with Mushu in Mulan. I really have a problem with him, because he's just too funny too much. He kind of takes away from the very seriousness of the story. AO9868, Part 118, Gerudo's Trading Ground. Also, I didn't realize till now that there's no town called Impa in Zelda 2 either. I guess that makes sense as Impa is still alive in the game. She's the one who tells Link about Zelda's sleeping spell. I guess the whole timeline was created when they made A Link to the Past, at which time the story changed a few times. Compare 7 wise men at A Link to the Past story versus 4 female sages in Ocarina of Time. Yep, and again, thank you very much to him that he noted that the sages in Ocarina of Time have the names of the towns in Zelda 2, and I thought that was really, really cool. Okay, so I'm figuring this video is running long, so take care. Bye-bye for now.